glad to have you join us again. The hashtag Endsars protest was a wake-up call for Nigerian youths who stood in one voice to question the impunity of state actors, and it also saw the biggest mass attack on public and private utilities. Now, 1 year after, Wilson Amoni takes us down memory lane through some of the sites affected by the violence.
No space for police brutality, Endsars.
Following the shootings at the Lekki toll gate, Nigeria erupted in a series of reactions on the morning of October 21, 2020. Shops of defenseless Nigerians were looted, public and private properties destroyed, with a heavy blow on the Lagos transport sector. A scary monument is the site of burnt mass transit buses at Oyingbo in Lagos State. Once upon a time, the buses provided huge relief to individuals across the state. 1 year after, the Oyingbo bus terminal is yet to recover from that orgy of violence. Stanley recollects the events. He says some familiar faces in the terminal may have lost their livelihood as they no longer resume for duties.
Yeah, most of them are not here again. Those ones that used to work here are not here again. No, they will go after the incident, they'll have to run for their life. They will change. So the new faces, we have the new faces here now. So we are working with the new faces, but they are little. At least before, if it is before, we have almost like 100 buses, more than, but now they only have like 4 buses, special like 3 cars working now.
Mrs. Josephine and Mr. Okoro own shops here. They bore witness to the chaotic scenes the morning after the shooting as they scampered for safety when the misguided Nigerians overpowered the security operatives and went on a looting spree.
How did you escape the incident?
I wouldn't say I escaped it because I was still at Oyingbo till the next day. Because I couldn't go home. I was called from home that the one at home is happening. I was called from Ijora because I stayed at Orele. I was called from Ijora to that at Ijora it was happening also. So I just couldn't go home on that day. I'm actually working on the person and we have like 3 shops here in Oyingbo. 2 out of the 3 shops were totally vandalized. This one was vandalized, but not as the way that one was. Up till now, that one we did not even look into it. Because the vandalism of that one was on a different height entirely.
That day was terrible because our market was outside, some was here. When they came, what happened is this, that we run away, we leave the door open and everything. Before we come out, many things had destroyed.
Little wonder how many Nigerians mobilized against marking the anniversary with another protest. They fear it could again be hijacked.
These manual personnel were essentially asked to stay very close to the facilities. We have the lanes and the booths in order to protect or ensure that nothing was damaged at the place. They were there when the protesters eventually came in coaster buses and cars. Suddenly, they disembarked. The victim, Shinedu, who is a member of the manual, was there. And before you knew it, he was stabbed on the abdomen.
And so while it's been a year since the Endsars protest since 2020, the scars are still fresh in this area and of course many others affected in the aftermath of the protest. And so the question is, why would anyone want to repeat of the actions that took place in that particular period? It is left for the government, the people, and of course the law enforcement agencies to learn from the crisis that followed and take appropriate actions to resolve the conflicts amicably. Wilson Amoni for Perspectives in Lagos.